Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. This is the second time actually that I've tried recording this video, but it went a bit wrong. I was originally going to do the next part of my in-depth complete Blu-ray collection, but I did get quite a few things today, bought quite a few things today. I went to CEX, a local one near me, and I went to the charity shop that I frequent often. So I got 6 Blu-rays from CEX and I got 10 DVDs from the charity shop. So I'm just going to go into them, talk about them a bit, if I've seen them, and read the synopsis as I usually do if it's necessary, if I feel it's necessary. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with it straight away. So this first one I was quite annoyed with because they're saying it's a standard Blu-ray release. It was £1, whereas after I bought it, the sticker was covering up and it says that it's actually a rental copy, which is a bit annoying because I believe the rental copy of this is only 50p, and they shouldn't really be saying that it's the normal standard edition when it isn't actually. And the case was in horrible condition, but I have changed that since, and the disc's got deep fingerprints on it, so I will try it out and see if it works, but I'm not too sure. But that is a childhood favourite of mine that I've not seen for quite a long time. This is Marmaduke, featuring the voices of Owen Wilson and George Lopez. Yeah, I really liked this as a kid, so thought I'd get it and rewatch it again, see if I like it as much as I used to. I'll read you the synopsis. When Marmaduke, voiced by Owen Wilson, moves to a new neighbourhood with his family, the supersized teenage dog soon discovers he just doesn't fit in, literally. But with the help of his best pal, Carlos the cat, voiced by George Lopez, and some newfound four-legged friends, Marmaduke may just get out of the doghouse, fall in love, and surf off into the sunset. That is Marmaduke. Next up is another childhood favourite. This one came with a slipcover. If you watched my in-depth collection, The A's, I said that I have the first and the third one of this. This is the second, so now all I need is the fourth and final film. They're not great films, but I have enjoyment out of them, so I thought I'd get it for £1, and that is Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. I'm not going to read the back of this because everybody really knows what Alvin and the Chipmunks is, and it's not for everyone anyway. I only got it because I grew up with it, and it has a nice slipcover, and I will probably watch it again at some point. But yeah, that's Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Squeakquel. Next up is a film that I have been wanting to watch for a very long time, and originally I had found it, but it was a rental copy, and I believe it was actually £1. This was only 50p, and I came across this and thought I'd jump on this immediately because, as I say, I've been wanting to watch it for a very long time. It stars Reese Witherspoon, Robert Pattinson, and Christoph Waltz, and that is Water for Elephants. I've heard it's a really good film, so I am really looking forward to checking it out. It says, against all odds, a veterinary student played by Robert Pattinson and a beautiful circus performer played by Reese Witherspoon meet and fall in love, but their affair incurs the wrath of her dangerously volatile husband played by Christoph Waltz. That is Water for Elephants. Next up is another Denzel Washington film. I've been collecting a lot of his films recently, and I want to try and see all of them if I can. And I found this for £1.50, and it sounded really intriguing, got a really good cast, and that is Deja Vu. As I've not seen it, so I will be watching it soon. It's at the top of my watch list. It also has Val Kilmer, who I really enjoy. And it sounds like it's quite similar to the Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal, although I've not seen that either, but the synopsis I'll read you, but it sounds quite similar. It says, called in to recover evidence after a horrific explosion, federal agent Doug Carlin, played by Denzel Washington, is taken to a top-secret government lab that uses a time-shifting device to help prevent crime, but can it change the past? So yeah, look forward to watching this. That is Deja Vu. Next up is a film I've been wanting to watch for a very long time. It is available on 4K, but I've decided to stop buying 4Ks unless they are like under £5, because I don't notice the difference between Blu-ray and 4K personally, and I want to watch this film anyway quite a bit. It stars Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, and Forest Whitaker, and that is Arrival. I've heard really good things about this, and as I say, I've been wanting to watch this for a very long time, so now I can, and I will watch it soon. I'll read you the synopsis. When mysterious spacecraft, that's obviously not, is it spacecraft, is that a plural, or would it be spacecrafts? I don't know, it says spacecraft on here. Touchdown across the globe, an elite team led by expert linguist Louise Banks, played by Amy Adams, are brought together to investigate. As nations struggle to coordinate a response, mankind teeters on the verge of global war, leaving Banks and the team in a race against time for answers, and to find them she will take a chance that could threaten her life and quite possibly humanity's very existence. That is Arrival. And then the rest of the films I'd gone in there for because I went in for those specifically because I knew they were there. They didn't have, even though it says they had them, they actually had very little stock in there. But I did find one in replace, which was £6 and I've heard of and I've been wanting to watch it because it sounded good and it's got a great cast. It stars Al Pacino, Alec Baldwin, Kevin Spacey, Jack Lemmon, and Ed Harris, and that is Glengarry Glen Ross, which is about salesmen. There's not really much of a synopsis. It's just about four salesmen and how they compete with each other in a very cutthroat world. Like they're real estate men, so it's a very cutthroat world. But yeah, I look forward to watching that. That is Glengarry Glen Ross. So those were my 6 pickups I got from CEX this morning. Now I will go on to my 10 DVDs I got from my local charity shop. All ones good condition, all but 2 I haven't watched before, which is good because it gives me a lot more films to watch. This is the only snapper case, and it's one I've wanted to watch for a while. It stars Susan Sarandon and Tommy Lee Jones, and it's from the author of The Firm and The Pelican Brief, that is The Client. So let's read the synopsis. Newcomer Brad Renfro plays 11-year-old Mark Sway, torn between what he knows and what he can never tell. A hitman will kill Mark if the boy reveals what he knows about a mob murder. An ambitious federal prosecutor, played by Tommy Lee Jones, will keep the pressure on until Mark tells all. Mark is now a pawn in a deadly game, and his only ally is a courageous attorney, played by Susan Sarandon, who risks her career and unexpectedly her life for him. That is The Client. Next up is a comedy that I've been wanting to watch for a while. It looks quite funny. It stars Uma Thurman and Luke Wilson, and that is My Super Ex-Girlfriend, which is directed by Ivan Reitman. It says, Matt Saunders, played by Luke Wilson, thinks he's found the perfect girlfriend in Jenny Johnson, played by Uma Thurman, who just happens to be smart, sexy, and a superhero. But when Jenny turns out to be a needy, neurotic mess, Matt wants to call it quits. Jenny is crushed by the news and will stop at nothing to exact sweet revenge. That is My Super Ex-Girlfriend. Next up is a film that I have seen before and I did enjoy. Don't really watch the show because it's very long. It's been on for many years and not really got much interest, but I did like the music and the actual film itself. And that is South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I'm not going to read the synopsis because most people know what South Park is. And it's very mixed. Some people really like it, some people don't. I like the film, but as I say, I don't really watch the show. I've watched a few episodes, but don't really watch it religiously, like I do with shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy. But yeah, this is really funny, and I really like the songs in this. I thought they worked really well. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Probably too. This definitely wouldn't be made nowadays because there's a lot. In fact, most of this film is quite offensive, probably nowadays. Considered quite offensive, but I found it really funny, so I had to get that. Next up is a sequel to a film I've seen. I've not seen this one. It stars Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry, and that is The Whole 10 Yards. The first one's like about a hitman who comes across Matthew Perry's character, who's like just an everyday man, and he gets him involved in his profession, let's just say, gets him tangled up, and it's quite funny. It's not a great film, but it was quite funny, so I wanted to check out the sequel. Let me read you the back. It says, when last seen, retired hitman Jimmy the Tulip, played by Bruce Willis, had faked dental records and his own death to live it up in Mexico. However, everything is set to change when Oz, played by Matthew Perry, appears out of the blue with a simple request: help. Oz's wife, played by Natasha Henstridge, has only gone and got herself kidnapped by crazy mobster Laszlo, played by Kevin Pollak, whilst Jimmy's wife, played by Amanda Peet, an ego wannabe assassin, is thrilled to be back in the game. Panic-stricken Oz is convinced that they're all going to wake up dead. That is the whole 10 yards. Next up is a 3-film collection. I've seen one of these, I hadn't heard of one, and I want to watch the other. So that is Rat Race, Thunderpants, and Black Knight. So I hadn't heard of Thunderpants. I want to watch Rat Race, and I've seen Black Knight. Black Knight was a really funny film. That sounds quite good. Thunderpants and Rat Race I've wanted to watch for a very long time, so I'm happy to have all three. I'm not going to read you each of the synopsis because we'll be here for quite a while afterwards. Let's see. So they're like that in the case. They're just a bit dusty, so yeah. But happy to have that, and for 20p, can't really go wrong. Next up is a film I've been wanting to watch for quite a long time. It stars George Clooney and is a remake of I think his name's Tarkovsky. Don't know his first name, but Tarkovsky. And that is Solaris, which I've been wanting to watch, as I say, for quite a long time, because it looks quite good. It says, aboard a lonely space station orbiting a mysterious planet, terrified crew members are experiencing a host of strange phenomena, including resurrected phantoms from their pasts. And when psychologist Chris Kelvin, played by George Clooney, arrives to investigate, he confronts a power beyond imagining that could hold the key to humanity's deepest dreams or darkest nightmares. That is Solaris. 4 more to go. Next up is a Heath Ledger film I wasn't really familiar with, but I watched the DVD the other day, and inside it came a booklet that was advertising all the films that came out at the same time, and this was one of them, and it piqued my interest, and I saw it in the charity shop and thought, oh, I'll get that. And that is The Sin Eater, as I said, with Heath Ledger. Don't really know anything about it, so I'm going to be going in blind. I will read the synopsis then. For centuries, a secret order of priests has existed within the church. A renegade priest, Father Alex Bernier, played by Heath Ledger, is sent to Rome to investigate the mysterious death of one of the order's most revered members. Following a series of strangely similar killings, Bernier launches an investigation that forces him to confront unimaginable evil and the terrifying knowledge that there is a fate worse than death. That is The Sin Eater. Next up is a film that I didn't really know much about. All I knew is that this was Nicole Kidman's first film, or first big blockbuster film anyway, like Hollywood film, I should say. And it looks really good. It's Warner Brothers. And it's from the director Philip Noyce, who did Patriot Games and The Bone Collector. And it also stars Sam Neill and Billy Zane, and that is Dead Calm. So let's read what it says it's about. Joe and Ray Ingram, played by Sam Neill and Nicole Kidman, do the right thing and rescue the half-delirious sole survivor, Billy Zane, of a crippled schooner. But soon the stranger will plunge the unwary pair into an intense battle of cat and mouse and life or death. That is Dead Calm. Looking forward to watching that. 2 more. This one I've been wanting to watch for a long time. It's directed by Ron Howard and stars Tommy Lee Jones and Cate Blanchett, and it is The Missing. Looks really good, and I do like modern westerns, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Let's read what it's about. Maggie Gillickson, played by Cate Blanchett, is a young woman raising her 2 daughters in the desolate wilderness of New Mexico. When eldest daughter Lily, played by Evan Rachel Wood, is snatched by a dark-hooded phantom with mystical powers, Maggie is forced to reunite with her long-estranged father, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who suddenly appears offering help. The killer and his brutal cult of desperados have kidnapped several other teenage girls, leaving a trail of death and horror across the desolate landscape of the American Southwest. Maggie and her father are in a race against time to catch the renegades and save the girl before the kidnappers cross the Mexican border and disappear with her forever. That is The Missing. And the final one is another one I've wanted to watch for quite a while. Quite an old film, I think, but I do like the main actor in this. It stars Steve Martin and Queen Latifah, and it is Bringing Down the House. I do like Steve Martin, so I am looking forward to it. Let's read the synopsis. Peter Sanderson, played by Steve Martin, a divorced, straight-laced, uptight, workaholic lawyer, meets a brainy bombshell barrister in an open online chat room, and they make a date. Expecting his soulmate, He opens the door and finds himself face to face with Charlene, played by Queen Latifah, a wild and crazy soul sister who's just escaped from prison and wants Peter to clear her name. But Peter wants absolutely nothing to do with her, and that prompts Charlene to turn Peter's perfectly ordered life totally upside down. Hysterical complications abound, and Peter soon finds out that he may need Charlene just as much as she needs him. That is bringing down the house. And that's all the pickups I got today. 16 altogether, so very pleased with that. I think I'm going to go on a break now from getting pickups. And I'm going to focus on doing this Blu-ray collection. I might save a bit of money now. I am expecting two things this week. I'm expecting the delivery of one film, and I won a competition. Well, not a competition, it's a prize that Blu-ray Bullet does every week, and I won that the last one of them, so I will highlight that in a video and show the other delivery that I got. Other than that, it will just be my collection, which I might do tomorrow if I have time. If not, it'll be later at some point this week. But yeah, that is it. So thank you everyone for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like. But if for some reason you didn't like this video, then by all means give it a dislike. But if you do choose to dislike the video, I would appreciate it if you could let me know down in the comments what you didn't like about the video, so I can improve on it in the next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this, and turn the notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded on the channel. Comment down below anything. Do you own any of these? Have you seen any of these? Thoughts? Anything? I'll get back to everyone that takes the time to give me a comment. And that is it. So until next time everyone, thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.